Olá, internautas queridos da Top News. Bem, minha gente amiga, acaba de chegar a triste notícia que faleceu Timothy Keller, famoso pregador evangélico norte-americano. Ele tinha 72 aninhos, minha gente amiga. Pois é, a morte faz parte da vida, mas como dói a despedida. O famoso ministro evangélico Timothy Keller morreu na manhã de sexta-feira, dia 19, após uma batalha contra o câncer pancreático. Anunciou aí nas suas redes sociais, né, o filho dele. Gente, essa história de câncer tá matando tanta gente assim, eu fico pensando, cara, nunca vi o câncer matar tanto ultimamente. As pessoas só estão morrendo de câncer ou de infarto. Inacreditável, gente, a quantidade de pessoas que... Será que nunca vão encontrar a cura dessa doença, não? Um homem tão inteligente, falando até agora em inteligência artificial, faz tanta coisa e a cura dessa doença, gente, que coisa incrível, né? Triste ao mesmo tempo. Muitas pessoas falecendo assim, pessoas que poderiam estar aí vivendo até 90, 100 anos, enfim. Mas é isso mesmo, né? Pois é, minha gente amiga. O filho dele falou o seguinte, abre aspas, papai esperou até ficar sozinho com a mamãe. Ela o beijou na testa e ele deu o seu último suspiro, fecha aspas. Consolamo-nos com algumas de suas últimas palavras, abre aspas, não há desvantagem em eu partir, nem um pouco, fecha aspas, que ele havia anunciado em junho de 2020 que havia sido diagnosticado com um câncer de pâncreas e estaria recebendo quimioterapia. Uma série de tweets aí da conta de Keller foi assinada por seu filho Michael, que postou aí na quinta-feira que seu pai havia recebido alta do hospital e receberia cuidados paliativos em casa. O mesmo caso de Rita Lee, né, gente? Quando fala cuidados paliativos, é porque realmente está se esperando que a pessoa faça a transição em paz, né? Com todo aquele apoio, enfim. Keller foi o autor de vários livros, best-sellers sobre o cristianismo e foi o pastor fundador aí da Redeemed Presbyterian Church, na cidade de Nova York. Todas as informações estão aí na descrição, minha gente, se vocês quiserem saber algo mais sobre esse homem incrível, incrível mesmo, viu? Uma mente brilhante. Mas, enfim, que Deus abençoe a todos, que Deus abençoe vocês.
Died for me, though I'm a sinner saved by grace. You can't feel superior to anybody. I've got a Hindu neighbor in my apartment building. And I think he's wrong about the Trinity. I think he's wrong about a lot of things. But he probably is a better father than me. He could be a much better man. Why? Aren't you a Christian? He's a Hindu. Don't you think you have the truth? Yeah, but here's the truth. The truth is I'm a sinner and I'm saved by grace. So why in the world? I'm not saved because I'm a better man. I'm saved because I'm a worse man. And really. And so what happens is the grace narrative takes away the kind of superiority and removes that slippery slope that I mentioned in the very beginning, that leads from superiority to separation to caricature and to passive and then active oppression. It just takes it away. Now, Christians have got to admit that to a great degree we operate out of the moral performance narrative, and we don't have to because we got the gospel. And yet to a great degree we do. To a great degree we do. But let me tell you what happens when the grace narrative is really ascendant. You go back to the earliest days of the church. Here's the Roman Empire, the Greco-Roman Empire, and they believed in pluralism. They didn't believe there was any one God. Everybody had their own God, right? Open-minded. Along come the Christians and they say Jesus is the true God. Very, very rigid. And yet the lives of the pagans and the Christians were different. The pagans looked down their nose at the poor. Christians loved the poor. The pagans were very stratified. They never mixed different classes and social strata. Christians got everybody together, races together, classes together. Pagans were extremely oppressive to women. Christians were much more open to the leadership of women. By the way, you can all see this in Rodney Stark's book, Rise of Christianity. Why would what looks like an open-minded philosophy lead to so much oppressiveness, and what over here, the Christian, looks like a rigid philosophy, lead to so much peacemaking and so much generosity? I'll tell you why. I remember not long after 9/11, I was reading an editorial to my wife out of the Sunday morning paper that says, you know what the problem with the world is? Fundamentalism. If you're a fundamentalist, it's going to lead to violence. And of course, I just try to show you we're all fundamentalists, actually. But when my wife sat there and she says, "That's ridiculous. It all depends on what the fundamental is." She says, "Have you ever seen an Amish terrorist?" She says, listen, if Amish aren't fundamentalists, there ain't no such thing. But here's what their fundamental is. A man dying on the cross for his enemies. A man praying for the forgiveness of his enemies as he's dying. If that's at the very center of your life, that destroys the slippery slope. If Christians are willing to say, we're going to start. If we start acting that way, we start acting... Martin Luther King Jr., when he saw racism in the South, and he looked at all those white people, churchgoers, what did he say to them? He says, your problem is you guys are too religious. You guys are too conservative. You guys read your Bible. We've got to get more relativistic and then things will get better in the South. Is that what he said? No, what did he say? He said, let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. That's the book of Amos. He didn't say get less religious. What he said was get true to the religion you got. You don't need less Christianity. You need real Christianity. That's what I'm saying to you.